And I'm back. What I'm doing here today, changing this 7-pin connector. The cable was all, it's been repaired. You can see in several places here. And it's chewed through there. And I bought this kit on Amazon. It comes as an assembly. It's got an 8-foot cable on it. And it goes back to, there's a junction box. It comes on the other end of it. It comes hooked up into there like that. So what I've done is I've just written down the order, and I took a picture as well with my phone to know that I can put it back in the same spot. Okay, so the reason I've taken this apart, now this cable, how this was run on this trailer, there's a hole in the frame here up front, and that other cable ran through the frame, and it went in this other block right here, and it was, so 8 feet isn't enough to go from, to make the connection. If I put it, if I was to put that new cable in the front and run it all the way back through, it's not enough to reach and put the junction box back there. I've pulled the cable back that far, and instead of running it inside the tube, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it to about here, and I'm going to mount that junction box up under the frame here, right here. And then there's already a hole in the frame right here in the center, right above the propane line. So I'm going to put something around it there to, keep it from chafing on the hole. So I'll just put some zip ties on it, underneath the bottom of here, and then it runs, to the truck from there. Because the truck end is fixed to the cable, what I had to do was disconnect this from the box. How much progress have I made? All right, I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so this is the main cable that used to go inside the frame all the way out to the front. Okay, so I pull that back. And the only one I left in there's a positive. See that red one there? That goes to your battery for charging the battery. Anyway, this is the cable that was part of the trailer. And here's the new one. Okay, and I disconnected it all from the box. That cable, I found one of these water glands. It's like, this is for joining plastic pipe together. I wanted something to keep this wire from chafing. And I've got this through here. I haven't tightened it down yet quite, but I'm just trying to figure out how much I want through here. But this cable fit through the center of it perfectly. And so I'm going to adjust the final amount that goes, up to the tongue later. But I got this in here, and this is the factory end. Okay. And this is the end here. And I've got a bunch of these, I'm going to crimp some ends on here. These ones here seem like they're the right size for that terminal, and I think that I'm not quite sure what size wire that's for. It's for probably 10 or 12 gauge wire, and there's some of that in here, but we'll see. If I need a smaller one, I've got some smaller ones somewhere. Here's the conundrum, is I tested these wires with a multimeter on continuity, like say, okay, so this one here, which one is it on the end of the plug? So if we look at the end of the plug, see that little raised piece at the top there, that's the top of the plug when you plug it in. When you plug it into the vehicle. Okay, so now I tested these, and let me show you here. So what I did was I just went on the end of there, and I went on the end of the cable on either end of this new plug. So this is, say, that one there back, and it had continuity with the green wire, and that one had continuity with the black wire, and so on all the way around. So basically this is the top of that new plug facing that way. So going around here, it's black, brown, blue, white, red, green, yellow in the center. Okay, that's your 7 wires. All right, now, and what I would need to have hooked up on the truck is the exact same thing. So that would be the plug that you lift up the little cover and you plug it into that. And it would be black, brown, blue, white, red, green, same as this one, okay? But what I've got on the truck, I just looked at this thing down here, and what I've got is, top is, so I've got green, blue, ground, so white is ground on these, yellow, brown. So anyway, in short, this doesn't match this plug. Okay, so this was the new plug I bought, and this is how the wires were fed through it. The connections were green, red, white, blue, brown, black, and yellow in the center, okay? And those wires came out the other side, and I tested them with a continuity tester between the pin and the end of the wire, and that tested right. And as I explained earlier, what I would have needed was I would have needed this same configuration to accept that plug on the back of the truck. But what I had was I had this configuration on the back of the truck. Red, green, blue, white, and that was a small yellow wire, and then there was the big yellow wire in the middle, and then the brown up there. So this plug here had been added to the truck just to make the trailer work. And I don't know who did it and at what time they did it, but it's an old plug and it's obviously wired incorrectly. So I wanted to keep everything color coordinated with the right color wire right from that junction box all the way out through this plug and into the truck. What I did was I rewired this outlet to correspond to the plug. That's what I did. I didn't show that on film, but that's what I did. I just made this plug, I wired it up, I went in the back and I just switched it around so it had that same configuration in there so that could plug into it. Sometimes you'll encounter stuff like that, but that worked well. Okay, back to the show. Okay, so I put the ends on the wires coming out of the trailer, and I've got the ends on this factory plug. So I can go color to color in here, so red to red, blue to blue, green to green, and everything in the box. Uh-oh. Did I put those too close to the... enough room in the box to put all that wire? Ooh, maybe I should have crimped them closer to the end of... See, because that's going to come in the end of the box here. Ooh, I wonder if I left too much. There should be enough room in that box for a little bit of wire doubled back. If I double them back, like, should be able to double them back, even with those ones in there. Okay, so I got both cables into the box, and I've got all the wires terminated. And so it's just, you know, blue to blue, brown to brown, green to green, yellow to yellow, red to red, etc. right through the box. I've got them tightened down, and I might have had a little bit extra cable here that I didn't need in here, but I think it'll squeeze inside the cover of the box, and it'll be okay, and then I'll mount it up on the other side of the frame. I was trying to mount the box first, and I had some difficulty, so I just thought I'd hook it up, and we'll go from there.